Do another one.
He was 14 months old, which is very young to have a diabetes diagnosis.
We went to the doctors and he wouldn't tell us what was wrong, but he rang the hospital and we had to go down straight away. And we went down and there was a lot of waiting and a lot of, the other thing they had to do was some blood tests. And you know, you've got your 14-month-old who can't walk, can't talk. I knew something was wrong because the consultant came in and with another nurse and they drew the curtains around the bed. And they said, this little chap who you can't even explain it to him what's wrong. You can't explain to him why you're having to inject him 4 or 5 times a day. And at that point, we were testing his blood every 2 hours with a finger prick.
What would a cure mean to us? It would
be amazing. It would just transform Jonty's life, no end.
There's something that bugs me constantly, and that is the idea, I've read it on a website somewhere, that type 1 diabetes can shorten somebody's life by 15 years. Sorry.
Type 1 diabetes is on the increase. We've got to stop the disease, we've got to cure it, we've got to halt the increase and then reverse it.
We're making great strides already, research going on everywhere, and we're getting closer and closer.
The research that the JDRF does for type 1 diabetes is absolutely fundamental. It's the hope for all the children, I think, who have type 1.
Money's got to be raised to research into the subject to find a cure.
It's getting closer, but it's only going to happen by high-quality research, by high-quality people, and that needs funds. That needs funding, and that's what JDRF is all about, funding that research to find the cure.
Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation is a charity which exists to find the cure for type 1 diabetes and its complications. In fact, JDRF is the largest charitable funder of type 1 diabetes research in the world. The Walks to Cure Diabetes are our flagship fundraising event. We have lots of walks around the country, in Aberdeen, in Birmingham, Greater London, Bristol, Southampton, Plymouth.
It's a great time for colleagues to bring their family and to really have a lot of great time together. We really enjoy it, and we can't wait for next year again.
It's brought lots of our company closer together, brought team spirit to the company, but most important, it's given us a great chance to raise a lot of money for JDRF.
Juvenile diabetes is so important to the world. Ford Motor Company wants to make the biggest impact it can in helping find the cure.
There's been a buzz around my office, certainly. Everybody wanting to raise as much money as possible, and actually being out all together today on a Sunday, a very wet Sunday, just being together as a company and doing something good and putting something back.
We've done very, very well today, and we've got 800 people walking, and most of them are corporate sponsors.
We have a firm tent and a picnic afterwards, which will take place, and it's just a wonderful event to bring everybody out.
We were delighted to get involved when you understand what the issues are. It's a huge problem, and we really need to try and support the cure.
650 people or so, I think, have registered today. In weather like this, you see all the family and the party atmosphere behind. It couldn't be better, really, could it?
As chair of the walk, I wanted to get the staff behind it. We're hoping to have some fun, we're hoping to raise some money for a good cause, and have a great day.
It's a terrible disease, but I just don't think people appreciate just how widespread it is.
It's actually the side effects, the impact that follows on from that, like blindness, loss of limbs and the like, heart. The implications are wider than just managing sugar in your blood system. And that's the understanding I think we need to get out there. And there are 350,000 people in the UK suffering from this illness. I wish there was zero.
I don't know that a lot of people know a lot about diabetes. It would be good to find a cure. I've lived with it for 28 years and Abby has just had it for 4 weeks.
My daughter has type 1 diabetes. She was diagnosed when she was 7. I think a lot of people think it's just due to eating the wrong things and being overweight, but obviously that wasn't the case with our daughter.
And we're here because my son Luke here has type 1 diabetes.
We're here because our daughter Emily's got type 1 diabetes. We didn't realise how life-changing it would be. She has 4 injections a day and about 7 or 8 finger pricks a day.
That one leg. Since he was diagnosed, it has literally turned our lives upside down. There's no other way to describe it. We've gone from having what we thought was a 14-month-old boy who was
normal.
We now have a little boy who needs our undivided attention. JDRF is our hope.
It's our only hope, I think.
And consequently, we as a family have been doing our best to raise money and keep going back to our friends and relatives and asking them for yet more. JDRF has sufficient knowledge of the condition to be able to push the funds into the right places and the wherewithal to actually go and create teams and join them up and make sure that research is linked up in a very, very positive way, which you don't often see.
We are dedicated to raising money to find a cure. Every single breakthrough into research has had a contribution and the involvement of JDRF.
JDRF is probably the only charity that wants to go out of business by being successful.
It's not if we will find the cure, it's when we find the cure. And every time we fund research, every time somebody comes and does the sponsored walk to cure diabetes, we're taking a step closer to that cure.